Hey, Johnny, nice surprise.
Yeah.
Hey, can I treat you to a piece of pie?
How about you treat me to what you know about the hit on Jason Morgan?
Well, nothing much. Morgan sent his new muscle to take the meeting in his place.
Sean Butler.
Yeah, soldier boy must have been born under a very lucky sign, not a scratch on him.
And you know all this information how?
Knowledge is power, John. And real power is not easily given up by people. Sometimes you have to pry it from their cold, dead hands.
Who were you trying to kill the other night? Me or Jason?
There'd been an attempt on your life.
Whoever planned the hit wasn't very thorough, but they managed to injure my accountant, which pisses me off. And you guys are standing here like you were responsible, like you don't even care.
What you heard was a father imparting wisdom to his son. Being a teacher to your kid is so rewarding. Must disturb you that your firstborn turned out to be a cop.
Must disturb you that yours turned out to be a psychopath,
Watch
Anthony.
your mouth.
All
please.
all right. Forgive my son. He gets a little sentimental, especially when it comes to his sister.
Yeah, I heard about his sister forever. You want to come at me, but don't hide behind the Salito soldiers.
Didn't hide, Sonny. I'm not involved.
Just like you were involved the night that Kate's car stalled, and you were there out of nowhere?
Still on that. I was trying to help a lady out.
Hey, no good deed goes unpunished.
What about the route you stole?
Oh, I stole that, and it's working out quite well for me, actually.
Okay, so I guess you never taught your son the difference between confident and suicidal. What you're running in that shipping lane.
We ran a lot of things.
Yeah, meds. Same meds that were found mysteriously in my warehouse the night my son was shot.
There's a lot of mysterious things in this world.
Sonny, for the last time, I didn't shoot Dante. What would I have to gain by that? Shooting a cop, it brings unwanted attention and complications. That's it.
I'm sorry that my son almost dying made it tough for you, Johnny.
If I could, I would hand you the shooter on a platter, but I can't, so let's chalk it up to the price of war, huh?
I didn't know I was at war.
Please. You got the five families scratching at the gates like Seabiscuit with a full bladder ready to run the derby.
No, I had a lot of time to kill when I was in the joint, so I did some reading. You ever read The Art of War? It was written in China thousands of years ago. Very wise man. He once said, an enemy is a resource, and the conflict...
That's fine, Anthony, but it doesn't apply to a rabid dog. It'd be hard for you, Johnny. You were in charge. Your daddy comes back.
I'm still in charge.
Oh, yeah? You don't mind taking orders from your little boy here, Anthony?
I'm retired.
Oh.
See, there's so much beauty in this world. I can't risk being sent back to prison and locked away from my orchids and from that delicate flower who's stolen my heart.
When you say delicate flower, delicate flower, would that be Tracy Quarterman as a delicate flower?
You don't understand. Because you've never done any real prison time. You saved that for the people under you, Jason Morgan, even your own son.
That's enough, Pop.
Why? You've been nothing but good to this guy's kid and his girlfriend, the stripper. Abby, right? Yeah. Beautiful girl. Haven't seen her around recently.
Because she's dead, Anthony.
What?
Michael sent her away to protect her from the guy who was beating up your strippers, and it was an accident.
I had no idea.
Please convey our sincere
It
condolences.
wouldn't have happened if you had your house in order.
You're gonna blame some freak beating up my dancers on me.
You say you're in charge, do something about it. And, by the way, I will take that shipping lane back.
Oh, that's such a shame. Pretty little thing.
Please tell me you had nothing to do with that.
It
Please.
wasn't me, John, but we shouldn't let this opportunity get past us.
Opportunity?
Young Michael must really be suffering. Well, if that's happening inside him, he's easy to get to.
Please leave Michael out of this.
Not to worry. I'm out of the business for a little while. I'm putting all my concentration into New Year's Eve. I intend to take things with Tracy to the next level.
Did I ask?
See, she's been a little reluctant up till this point, which I can understand, considering how Spencer's taken advantage of her. But what I got planned is going to be a game changer. Oh, have you found an inside cop to replace the other one? Could come in handy. Hey, I'll take a rain check on that pie.
Dolores, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Pretty sure I'd showed up, huh?
Well, what can I say? I'm a cockeyed optimist.
Maybe just delusional. I hear that your truce with Sonny is hanging by a thread.
Oh, you're concerned about me. You're checking up. I like that.
So what is this about? You all of a sudden gonna be a concerned employer and worry about your strippers?
Dancers.
The Roquettes are dancers. You pay these women to take their clothes off in public.
It's completely legal.
It's completely exploitive.
The human body has been on display since the Greeks built temples and filled them with nude statues.
The statues didn't give lap dances, and the temples didn't attract crazy guys who like to beat up women.
Okay, you know that I am completely committed and will do anything to get this freak off the streets who's beating up my girls.
Mm-hmm.
You and I, we have an understanding.
Here we go. Listen, I don't know what you think you saw back at the station.
Oh, you mean
There's
when I
nothing.
caught you at the evidence room?
You surprised me. You didn't catch me. There is a difference.
Whatever, you brought it up. But now that you have, let me ask you, were you trying to find something or hide something?
I can pay for my own coffee.
Come on,
thank
wait,
you very
Dolores.
much. What?
Have you always loved music?
Really? Is that what you stopped me for?
I want to get to know you better.
Why?
Why not?
Yes, I've always loved music.
I actually have a very vivid memory of being 4 years old and laying underneath the piano while my mother played Chopin.
Is she any good?
Amazing. Anyway, when she was done, she looked out at me and she asked me why I was crying, and I didn't even realize that I was.
It was the music.
Yeah, it still has that effect on me. So what about you? Huh? You come from a musical family?
No, not really. Any other questions?
Did you have a nice Christmas?
Oh, yes, it was great.
I bet it was. But it got kind of lonely, though, with your husband out of town on that construction job.
Stay out of my personal life.
I didn't realize I was in it.
You went to Dante's mother and you made it sound like there was something going on between him and
No,
I.
I just said you two had drinks.
Are we here to chit-chat, or are you really interested in whoever's speeding up your dancers?
Like I said, I'll do whatever I can. You name it.
Give me whatever you got on your girls.
And what do I get in exchange?
Oh, come on. You know I'm not going to share the details of my investigation with a criminal.
What? Because I was a suspect in Lisa Niles' murder? It's over.
Just because the case is closed, it doesn't mean that it's over.
It was that first mate that did it, right?
A confession sent by text that anybody could have hacked.
And you think the killer's still out there.
Wow, this was a complete waste of my time. Have a good one.
Yeah. Hey, get me whatever you can on Officer Dolores Padilla, PCPD. Yeah, family history, school records, finances. Yes. Dig deep.